Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome to my official YouTube channel, Jadestone Gypsy. My name is Jade. This is my very first makeup tutorial and I'm super excited to share my tips and tricks with you guys. Tonight I wanted to show you how to create the perfect eyebrow in 4 simple steps. It's super easy. Anybody can do it. So stick around, check it out, shoot me a message, tell me what you think. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'm also on Facebook under Jadestone Gypsy. Alright guys, see you later. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to go from this disaster of a nightmare to this beautiful masterpiece in 4 simple steps. It's really easy. The first thing that I do is that I groom my eyebrows. I use a small pair of scissors. I do not pluck my eyebrows because sometimes I tend to go for a softer curve and some days I have more of a jagged arch. So as you noticed, I have blonde eyebrow hairs and they're very thin, so I have to be very conservative with what techniques I use to get that perfect shape. So what I do is I just take a small pair of scissors and I lay the end right above the crease and just trim away any unwanted or any random hairs sticking out. And then at the top, you're going to go kind of at a downward slant and you're just going to come in and trim the hairs as well. And this is also a good technique if your hairs are really long and curly and kind of coarse, to kind of trim them shorter to where they're not curly, and that's going to give you more of an advantage on managing your arch. Alright, so once you've done that and you've got your clean slate going on, the next step is filling in the eyebrow. This is step number 2. What I'm going to use is I have an e.l.f. cosmetic. This is just a soft angled brush. I think I got this at Walgreens for like 99 cents. And I do not use a brow pencil. Believe it or not, I actually use eyeshadow. My favorite palette right now, this is True Blood's eyeshadow palette. I don't even know if this is available anymore. It's heavily loved, as you can tell. I know that the show has gone off, so I don't know if they're still selling the cosmetics. But what I do is I use this dark chocolate brown. And here's the really cool trick that I've learned over the past probably year of discovering how to filling in my eyebrows. And I'm just going to take and I'm just going to make sure my brush is at a tipped point, very thin, and I'm just going to dab some of the brown eyeshadow on it. Now here's the cool trick. Pay very close attention. You're going to start where your eyelid is right here, and you're going to go straight up and you're going to pretend you're going to draw a line. But like I said, I have very little hair, so I have to use my imagination with this, which is really cool because I can kind of do whatever look I want. Okay, so I'm just going to go kind of right here, and what I'm going to do is at the very bottom of my eyebrow, I'm going to start to draw a line. And this is just really, really cool where it comes in. So I'm starting, and I'm just taking this line and I'm dragging it. And I'm dragging it to the point where I want to stop and make my arch. I'm just going to add a little bit more product. And right here, I'm just going to go down and create my slant. You see what I did here? I went from the bottom corner where I do my slant and I filled in the bottom archway. Alright, and watch this. I'm not going to dip my brush in my palette. I'm not going to add any more product to the brush. I'm going to simply manipulate the powder that I already have on my eyebrow. I'm going to line it back up at the bottom, drag it upwards, and so forth. At this point, I'm just blending the powder that I already have applied to my eyebrow, evening it out. And this is going to make it look like it's not very heavy, which is something that you want. Alright, and don't freak out if it gets too thick or too much. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be totally manageable. I'm going to show you in my next step how we're going to fix this. So what I'm doing now is I'm just slowly filling this out. And you can even take a spoolie. This is just an e.l.f. cosmetic spoolie. and you just kind of brush it along, and this is going to even out the powder as well. Because if you put too much powder, it's going to look like a harsh line, and that's not what you want. So I'm just filling in my eyebrow. If you notice, my lines are kind of thick. That's okay, because that's kind of what I want right now. And I'll show you why. Alright, this looks good for a baseline. Alright, my next step, this is step number 3. Now we're going to shape the eyebrow. Most people fill in their eyebrows and they stop after this step, or before this step, and it looks really, really like caterpillars on their eyes. That's not the trick. I was really excited to show you guys this. I'm just going to take a simple e.l.f. cosmetic concealer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to unroll it, and I'm taking a double-ended applicator. This is by MAC. I'm just adding some concealer to my brush, and I'm starting at the bottom where I first created my line, and I'm just cleaning it up. This way you can manipulate the shape better with a small angled brush with the concealer than you would just be with a brow brush and an eyeshadow. So at this point, we're just cleaning it up. And as you can see, I'm just smoothing out my archway. And this is also going to give the chance for your eyebrows to pop. And I'm going to do the same thing for the top. See, it's a little thick right here. I got a little crazy, but that's cool because you know what? I'm going to bring it back down. And you're still going to work with that downward slant. And I'm just doing the same thing all around. Alright, now as you can see right here, it's kind of thick. This is where it just takes a little bit of practice. What I do is I never go from the outside and make it thinner. I go from the inside and make it thinner. So I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to press in slightly and add pressure until it makes that line super thin, until it kind of wisps away to where I want it. See what I did there? And you can even go back with your spoolie, and I'm just going to brush it in, and I'm just going to add some more eyeshadow very lightly and fill it in to where it just makes a tip. And you can just play with it and fill it in however you like. Alright, and now step number 4 is highlighting. This is probably one of the biggest steps, and it's really going to give your brow the highlight that it needs. Highlighting and contouring is really big in makeup these days. Right now I'm going to use this pink shimmer, and I'm just going to put it gently right here. Underneath the brow, and I'm just going to rub it in ever so slightly. And you're not going to put it on the actual lid. You just want this designated area right here to where it's going to pop. And even if you want to, you can put some in the middle. See what I did there? That's how you do it. And you can just play with it. And you kind of want these guys to match. One thing to keep in mind, these eyebrows, they're sisters. They're not identical twins. So if one of them does not identically match the other, it's fine. I've even done them one time. I mean, they were not even friends. They hated each other. I mean, like, this one was off in another zip code. It was just a disaster. One trick I want to share with you guys, if you have really coarse long hair and your highlighter right here If you have really coarse long hair and you have a lot of hair, I would go with a matte highlighter. A matte is something similar to this. It's just a flat color. A matte is going to hide any stray hairs and any imperfections, whereas a shimmer, a really high pigmented shimmer, is going to highlight it, and it's going to look like a wreck. It's going to show every single one of those little stray hairs that are super defined. Alright guys, well that is my tutorial on how to get the perfect eyebrow in 4 simple steps. Remember, you have to groom your eyebrows, you need to fill in your eyebrows, you need to shape your eyebrows, and you need to highlight your eyebrows. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun here. If y'all have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment on my video or send me a message. I am on Facebook at Jadestone Gypsy, and I'm also on YouTube at Jadestone Gypsy. Alright guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, click subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.